Hi, first graders. I have a story picked out to read to you today. This story is all about how we can go about being kind. And I think we actually read this story way back in September at the beginning of the school year. But I pulled this book out because it's such a great book to remind us about how important it is to just be kind to one another. And especially right now, the season of life we're kind of going through right now, and we're all kind of closed in our houses with our family and our friends, and maybe some extended family too. And just ways that we can be helpers and ways that we can just be kind to each other, I think is really important right now. So I'm going to read you the story, and then when we finish the story, I have a little challenge for you for the next few days, so something you can kind of work on. But this story is called Be Kind, and you might recognize it from the fall when we read it. This is a story about a little girl, Tanisha. She spills juice on herself in the cafeteria and is really embarrassed. And this little girl over here decides that she wants to kind of go on this quest to figure out what does it mean to be kind, and how could she help her friend Tanisha to maybe not feel so embarrassed. So I'm going to read you this story called Be Kind. Tanisha spilled grape juice yesterday. You can see it kind of went all down the front of her clothes there, all over her new dress. Almost everyone laughed, and I almost did too. But my mom always told me to be kind, so I didn't. So she kind of stopped herself. And sometimes we have to do that, and it can be hard sometimes. I don't think it worked when I said, purple's my favorite color too. And you can see Tanisha's just really embarrassed, so she's running down that hallway, and she just doesn't want anybody to see her. I thought Tanisha would smile, but instead she ran down the hall. When she came back, snack time was over. She put on her art smock and didn't look at anyone. So sometimes something that we do when we get really embarrassed is we just kind of pretend that it didn't happen, and we try to just kind of ignore everybody around us. Has that happened to you? It's happened to me. I know I've done it before. I almost told Tanisha that art was my favorite class, but I didn't want her to leave again. So I painted purple splotches, and I added some green until I had a bunch of beautiful violets. So those are purple flowers, and she knew purple was her favorite color, so she wanted to make her a picture with something purple in it to cheer her up. Now while I painted, I thought about Tanisha. Should I have handed her my napkin, maybe let her borrow my sweatshirt? Spilled juice so everyone stared at me instead. That's really kind of her, right? Kind of take that on herself. What does it mean to be kind anyways? So this is her quest. She's going to try to figure out, what does it mean to be kind? What are things that we can do? Maybe, and I love this one, this is something that we could even do now. Maybe it's giving. Maybe making cookies for my neighbor, Mr. Rinaldi, who lives all by himself. Maybe it's giving shoes to someone with smaller feet than me. So your shoes you've outgrown, you're kind of donating some of those things, giving those things away. Always a good thing to do with those toys that you've outgrown too, and giving them away to kids that maybe don't have as much as you do. Maybe it's helping, like doing the dishes that were left in the sink. Right now at my house, I don't know if your house is like this, but my house, we have dishes. Every day our sink is full of dishes. So helping with dishes at home, I know would help your mom, dad, grandma, your family out a lot. Or maybe cleaning up after Otis, the class guinea pig. Now, if you don't have a guinea pig at home, a lot of you I know have dogs or cats or other pets at home. Maybe you can be helping your family out by taking on that responsibility of feeding them or taking them outside to go to the bathroom. You decide. But finding ways to be a helper is also a great way to show kindness. Maybe it's paying attention, like telling my friend Desmond I like his blue boots. See him on the swing there. Or maybe it's asking a new friend to play a game with me. Or this is one of my favorite ones. Or maybe it is asking, or maybe it's listening to your Aunt Franny's stories, even though you've heard them lots of times before. I have a grandpa that loves to tell stories, and I've heard those stories many times. But I still listen, I still smile, and I tell him how much I appreciate hearing his stories, because I know it's part of being kind. I guarantee I've probably told stories more than once before too. Being kind should be easy, like throwing away a wrapper in the garbage can, or recycling a bottle. Or maybe simply saying kind words like thank you or bless you when somebody sneezes. Or my mom would tell me every time you use someone's name, it's a great way to show kindness. So instead of just saying hi, she says, hi, Kayla. Or instead of just saying hello, she says, hey, what's new, Omar? Or she says down here, good afternoon, Rabbi. Now, even being kind can be hard sometimes too. So here you see, this is her little brother, and she is trying to teach him. And if you can kind of see, there's letters there on the pages. So she's teaching her little brother's ABCs. And so what she says is, she said, teaching someone something can be tricky, but good even when I'm patient. So even when we're patient, sometimes it can be hard to just, to stay being patient and being kind. And sticking up for someone when other kids aren't kind is really hard, right? Being that person that stands up for someone when you see someone being mistreated by someone else. Maybe I can't solve Tanisha's grape juice problem, but maybe all I can do is sit by her in art class and paint this picture for her because I know she likes purple too, right? Just doing something kind can cheer somebody up. Maybe I can only do small things, but my small things might join small things that other people do. And together, they can grow into something really big. So in the pictures here, this lady, it looks like she got off the bus and she left her knitting yarn. And so this man stepped off the bus just to hand it to her to make sure she didn't leave it behind. Here we can see that this grandmother's teaching, it looks like her granddaughter how to knit. And then here we can see that someone made her a scarf. So another friend made her a scarf and just gave it to her as a gift just because. Now something really big, so big that all of our kindness spills out of our school. Now we're not at school right now, so your kindness has to spill out of your house right now where you are with your family. So doing all these kind things, guess what it's gonna do? It's gonna cheer, remember being a bucket filler? When we fill other people's buckets up and we're kind and we're filling them with those positives too, telling how much we love them and appreciate them and we're stepping in to help them, we're filling up their bucket. So guess what they're gonna wanna do for us? Yeah, that's right. They're going to want to be kind to us. They're going to want to help us. They're going to want to fill our buckets up too. So by filling others' buckets up and being kind, they actually want to do it for us. So it actually works out for both of us. Okay, and so this is a great time to be doing that around your house, especially that we're all together with our family. And it takes, sometimes it just takes a lot of patience too. We got to be patient with one another. That can be a great way to show kindness. So we're going to spread it through our town, and I'm going to take it bigger here. We're going to go to our city, our town, our city, our state, our country, even right now around the world. So you've probably heard doctors and nurses are working all over the world right now to help people that are sick and in the hospital. Well, those doctors and nurses are starting to run out of medical supplies like their masks and their gloves that they need to stay safe. But there are people around the world that are donating these supplies and sending them. There's companies that are stopping making what they normally make, and they are making things just to help these nurses and doctors so they can help people. So this is already happening around our world, and we can actually, if we look for it, we can actually see it happening more right now than we see it normally. So we're going to kind of help with that. We're going to try to really work with being kind and being helpers in our houses with our families. It's going to travel, our kindness is going to travel across the country. So we have a soldier coming home, maybe from, it looks like war or something. Maybe he got injured here. You can see in there, they made a big sign for him that says, "Welcome home." And it goes all the way, so playing instruments, playing music together can be a great way to show kindness with one another. Here you can see helping each other when they lose something or they fall down. Here we can see helping each other. She lost her glasses, or even helping animals, right? Sometimes we help an animal if there's an animal hurt, or even our pets, helping take care of them. All around the world. Right back now to Tanisha and I. So we can be kind. Okay, and you can kind of see some of the ways they're being kind, helping the little girl as she lost her glasses. Cheering people on is a great way to show kindness. Cheering for somebody, giving them those thumbs up or telling them they did a great job. That's a great way to show kindness. And again, and you can see can you tell what she's doing to show kindness? Yeah, she made a picture for Tanisha, and she used her favorite color, the purple. Those are the purple flowers she painted. And she's giving that to her, hoping it'll cheer her up a little bit. And I think, you tell me if you think Tanisha's feeling a little bit cheered up right now. I think so. She even hung the picture on the wall of her bedroom. So that tells me that kind of brightened her day a little bit and cheered her up. So here's my challenge to you today, tomorrow, this weekend, even this next week, is I would love you to do something to show kindness. So one of the things my kids are going to do is we're going to make some cards for one of the retirement centers here in Silverton. Either the Davenport House or the Benedictine Center. That's a great way to show kindness, just to send some cards where you draw pictures and you write some words of encouragement. Just since I know they're not getting out of their area, or not getting out of their retirement community, and they're not able to bring in visitors right now to come visit them. So that's a great way to show kindness. Also, making a card or a letter for someone in your family or a friend maybe that you haven't seen for a while is a great way to spread kindness. Or you know what? In our story, simple little things. Helping your mom or dad empty the dishwasher, helping fold some laundry, helping take care of your pet, feeding your pet, or giving your pet water, remembering to do those things. Another way to show kindness is simply, listening to your mom and dad right now, following directions, and really trying to work hard. If they're giving you something to work on, whether it be some reading work or something they want your help with, that we have a good attitude. Because if we have a good attitude and we're showing kindness, they're going to want to turn around and do that for us. So I am putting you all on a mission. You're going to do something to show kindness. Be a helper, send a card, give a phone call, do something to show kindness. And then what I'd love for you to do is send me a picture of you showing kindness. Now I know that's hard if you're making a phone call. You can hold up your phone or you can write it on a piece of paper, or just even give me a thumbs up that you did something to show kindness today or sometime in the next couple days, and post it to your journal. You'll just click your journal in your Seesaw when you open up your Seesaw class app. Click your journal, take a picture of yourself, or take a picture of maybe the card or the letter you made, and send it to me so I can see what you're doing to show kindness. Anyways, I love you guys, and I will see you all hopefully on Monday. Maybe we'll have another either Zoom chat or we'll do another story like this. All right, bye guys. I'll see you later.